Welcome to part 3 of lesson body movements. So in lesson body movements, in first two parts, we have seen introduction and skeletal system, and third part we are discussing about joints. We are able to bend or rotate our body only because of these joints present between bones. Otherwise, the movement is not possible. You are not able to do any activities if joints are not present in your body. So, the places where bones are meeting together, that place we have joints. Especially in the places like tissues, ligaments, muscles, tendon and cartilage, we can see these joints. If our body has no joints, it is not possible for us to move anyway. So that is the reason the joints are very important for the movement. Before going to discuss about different types of joints, these terms should be familiar to you for better understanding. What are ligaments? So these ligaments are flexible tissues. So what is tissue? You all know. A group of cells together we are calling as tissues. So flexible type of tissues are called as ligaments. This is helping for the bones to keep in correct position without falling apart. While doing some activities, the reason behind your bones are not coming out because it is tightly packed with the help of ligaments. And next one is muscles. Because of the tendons which is present between the muscles to the connection to the bones. And next one is cartilage. If you are touching and feeling your upper part of your ear called as pinna and your end of your nose, you can feel something like a soft type of bone that is called as cartilage. Even in the place between the vertebra of backbone, this is present. So the main purpose of this is it is not very hard as bones. So the flexibility is there for this kind of cartilage. And in the places where cartilage is there, to reduce the friction, a type of oily liquid is released so that the movement is more possible in those places. Now I will introduce the types of joints. So it is classified into three types: immovable or fixed type of joints. The next one is partially movable. Third one is freely movable joints. So where can you see this immovable or fixed type of joints? This fixed type of joints can be seen in your skull, not all the parts of the skull, only in the brain case and upper part of the jaw. And the second one, you can see partially movable joints. This can be seen between the vertebrae and at the joints between ribs and breastbone. So here, this is the fixed joint. You can see here, this is the fixed one. This is a skull. And partially movable between the ribs and backbone. Sorry, the ribs and breastbone. And one more place I told you, that is between the vertebrae. Because knee bones and bend using your backbone because of this partially movable joints between the vertebrae. Okay, then third one is freely movable joints. It is named as synovial joints because of the type of a fluid which is released in that place. It is called as synovial fluid, which is lubricating the bones and other parts of the joint and reduces the friction between them. So there are four types of freely movable joints. Ball and socket joint. The second one is hinge joint. Third one is pivot joint. And fourth one is gliding joint. Now we have to discuss here which joint here is appearing as ball and socket joint. I named here as one. So ball and socket joint, you can see here, this is the part where ball and socket joint is present. That is the connection between your shoulder joint as well as to your connection between the pelvic girdle to the longest bone of your body, that is femur. It is connected with the help of the joint called as ball and socket joint. You can see here the pelvic girdle to the femur. This is ball and socket joint, first one. Second is hinge joint. You can see hinge joint here. The connection is given here. This is your elbow and knee are fixed with hinge joints. You can see the connection here. The third one is your connection between your skull to the backbone. That is called as the pivot joint. You can see here the connection. And fourth one is gliding joints. Can you see here gliding joints? So this is called as gliding joint. So now one more picture I have to show you. So you can see pivot joint, the connection between the skull to the backbone, fixed joint, the skull, and hinge joints at the knee, and even in the elbow, you will be getting this hinge joints, and ball and socket joint at the shoulder point, and as well as here, this is also a type of ball and socket joint. So these are the different types of freely movable joints here. Only especially, this is not synovial joint, this is another type, this is called as fixed joint. And the first one is ball and socket joint. So why is it named as ball and socket joint? Because of its shape, looking like a ball fixed into a socket. Socket means a cavity. It is fixed into a hollow part to a cavity. The ball is fixed as the shape is looking like similar to that. It is named as ball and socket joint. It is present at the hip and the shoulder. So the pelvic girdle, the connection to the femur, it is done with the help of ball and socket joint as well as your shoulder bone to your arm. It is connected with the help of ball and socket joint. So it will be looking like a ball and it is connecting to a cavity. That is a hollow part. This ball is fixing to this cavity. So there will be bone connected to this ball. So like this the shape looks, so that it is called as ball and socket joint. And the next one is hinge joints. So it is acting like or functioning like hinges of a door. So your opening and closing a door is possible because of the thing which is fixed there to the door. It is called as hinge joints. So in ball and socket joint, what we have seen first, that is allowing the maximum movement in all the directions. But here in this case, hinge joints, you can see back and forth movement is possible. But only here it is one direction. So all the kinds of 360-degree angle, the rotation is not possible here. This is only one direction. This can be seen at elbow and knee. Next, we'll move to the third type of joint, which is present between the skull to the backbone. It is called as pivot joint. you cannot rotate your head in neck in a 360-degree angle because of this pivot joint that is giving you the rotation like left and right, up and down. So, and this is present joint between the skull and first two vertebra. So you can see here the joint between the skull and first two vertebra. The remaining, I told you, the connection is given the joint for the flexibility of the vertebra helping in movement. So the pivot joint, it allows movement in all the direction but not complete rotation. That also you should remember. Not complete rotation. It is helping. You can turn your head but not a complete 360-degree angle. You're able to rotate it. So that is the difference of this pivot joint. So you can bend your head forward and backward and even turn the head right or left. So all these types of 4 types of joints, there is particular type of movement that you should remember. The last one is gliding joints. So gliding means the gliding type of movement. That's the reason it is named as gliding joints. The one bone is able to slide upon another. So what kind of type movements possible here? Backward and forward as well as side to side. Side to side as well as backward and forward movement is possible with the help of this gliding joints. So we can see the type of gliding joints in your wrist bones. The wrist bone is named as carpals, and between the bones of ankle, your ankle bones, it is named as tarsals. So that is a reason you are able to hold the thing and you're able to do many activities using your wrist bones and ankle bones. The reason is the type of flexible type of joint which is present there, that is called as gliding joint. So now we have seen what is fixed joint, what are the types of partially movable joints, where is it present, and third type was freely movable or synovial type of joints. And now we will look into the type of contractions which is helping for the movement. So now we have discussed about bones. These bones are connected to the muscles with the help of a type of strong fibers that we had seen in the previous slide, tendons. So there is a pairing or working as partners for these muscles, because one muscle is able to do contraction, same time another muscle is doing relaxation. That is, contraction means shortening, relaxation means stretching or lengthening its size. So the one muscle is doing the contraction, another muscle is stretching. With the help of this, the bones are pulling, that makes the movement. So muscle contraction is very helpful in movement. If that is not there, the movement is not possible. So by this slide, we are going to finish the types of joints. In part 4, we will be discussing about the different kinds of movements in animals. Thank you.